Hey guys, yeah, I know it's been a while, but yeah, I'm back with I guess you could say a review, updated review of Jovian16's Nano-Shift. And the reason I haven't done a review on it for a while is, well, unfortunately, from a financial standpoint, I hadn't been able to really pay for my membership to the Patreon because basically it's the only way you could see Nano-Shift, Nano-Shift as it's called, by Jovian16. So yeah, it's been a while. But long story short, in case you guys don't know what Nano-Shift is or Nano-Shift is, it's basically about a girl named Jay who is basically experimented on. She's experimented on by these people, some close. Well, I would consider them close friends and all that. So she's basically experimented on by these people. Like I said, she's experimented on by these people, one of them being her friends or confidant. And she's basically injected with these nanobots, or basically the liquid nanobots, if you will. And over the course of the story, she basically learns to embrace these nanobots, because not only does she kind of discover what they're capable of thanks to her friends, but then on her own, she starts experimenting. And in one of the earlier parts, basically, she ends up basically splitting into two, and basically both of them have their own kind of like individual personalities, if you will, or identities, but they're aware of who they are part of, or who they came from. And in the end, she does kind of get back into being who she is, back to being Jay. That's Jae. And by being herself again, she starts to embrace more, thanks to the encouragement of her other self, to accept this new ability and to run with it. And she does. She runs with it to the point that not only does she give herself a more sleeker, more, I guess you could say, futuristic, cyberpunk-like look, but she also wants to show off to her friends. So she shows off to her friends by going to them, and what she does is she turns herself into a motorcycle. She uses the nanobots to turn herself into a motorcycle that she rides upon herself. And so she goes and shows her friends, and the last parts that I were on was when she meets up with her friends, show them what she's capable of doing, and she does this by even going as far as basically turning into goop, melting literally into goop in front of them, and then sticking to one of her close friends. One of them anyway, one that she considers her close friend. She sticks to her, and she changes her, not just, in outfit, but changes her in presentation. She basically gives her a new look, a new disguise, if you will. She turns her into a new person. Not just from a clothing standpoint, but inside and out. And her friend is like, "Whoa, Jay, am I wearing you?" And she's like, yeah, you're wearing me, and and all that. And then she does it to the other friend, and she basically shows them, "Hey, this is what I'm capable of doing." And then she appears herself in front of them. And so, long story short, we get to the part recently where they come out of the area after, she shows them a little bit more of what her powers can do. And they encounter what looks like to be a bounty hunter who's obviously after Jay, but then sees what Jay is about, and what she's capable of, and she's like, "Oh, screw this, I'm out of here. I'm not getting paid enough for this. I didn't expect this." And then Jay decides to take her friends to another district of town. And the way she does this is she does something that she had done previously, but not to the extent that she's about to go in. And that is, she turns herself, courtesy of her nanobots, turns herself into a sleek convertible, a futuristic convertible in which her friends, ride around in. And then after they ride around, and this is at the end of this more recent chapter, she not only lets them out at their destination, but then she liquefies into a puddle of goop because she needs to take a little bit of a breather, and she enjoys being in this state, basically saying it's unlike anything she's ever felt before. And then she starts to change back from the goop, but then asks them, what do you want me to be now? Who do you want me to be now, kind of deal. So that's going to be coming up very, very soon. But yeah, that's what the Nano-Shift story by Jovian16 is really about. It's a sci-fi story that I believe, honestly, if Jovian16 wanted to present the concept to any studio out there to make into a CGI series or a CGI movie or even a live action series or movie, I think they'd go for it. I think they would truly go for it because it's innovative, it's got some great ideas and concepts. And even though it may be more of an adult kind of oriented story because of certain parts, it's something to explore as well because, imagine, on screen, somebody watching her split into two, and those two that she splits into is knowledgeable of, where they came from, but they have their own identities, kind of deal, their own personas. But yeah, like I said, I hadn't been able to catch up on it lately because of the fact that financially I couldn't afford to do so. And I don't know of any place that online that has the entire story up for free. That's the only thing. I mean, my suggestion, obviously, to anybody that uses Patreon, to put the stories out there, is to at least consider, and I mean greatly consider, doing something like that, giving people more opportunity to see your material. And maybe use things like, let's say, DeviantArt and Furfinient and Ink Bunny and all of them to do so. That's just my suggestion. But yeah, so far it looks really good, and now it's on to the next few chapters, if you will, and we'll see exactly who she becomes at the request or suggestion of her friends. So, yeah, just wanted to come on here, let you know about Nano-Shift, give you a bit of a review, updated review on it. Check it out if you want to. It's at patreon.com. You can look at it for a certain amount. I think you can do it for about $5, I believe. You can do it for $5 to $10, I think. I'm not really sure. It's up to you if you want to do that. Or if you can find it online for free, that's up to you too. But it is worth checking out. It's a fun little quirky sci-fi story with a cyberpunk feel. And that's really all I can say on it. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Live chat during the premiere. Like the video. Check me out at BW Roses Discussions on all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora. Also check me out at BW Roses on VENMO. Check me out at patreon.com/BW Roses to help support there, as well as on Venmo, at Brian-Walmer.2. At Brian-Walmer-2. So till next time, guys, I will talk to y'all later.